Hi, I'm Matt with Schematical, and today we've got the third Cloud War game round we played in the February event, and it is a fun one. I don't want to spoil it for you. You can kind of play this like an old VCR game and hit the pause button as you go through. But it was a more advanced scenario, not my super advanced. And I'm not gonna lie, threw out hints pretty liberally because the two advanced contestants actually hadn't had much experience with the technology I was using there. And we were running out of time. We'd been on a call for over an hour at that point, so everybody kind of wanted to keep it moving. Normally, an advanced round, especially if the whole thing's an advanced round, I won't be quite so nice. With that said, if you're interested in participating, if you watch and you're like, oh, I really want to try one of these, go to cloudwargames.com and sign up. And the link should be somewhere on screen if I edited it correctly. By the way, if you're a video editor and you want to help me out here, I'm looking for a editor right now. Cheers. So without further ado, once you're done signing up for cloudwargames.com, you should check out this video. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Not really, but it's fun. I got one more, and this is for the advanced guys. I'll give you the brief, and then if you guys think you want to take a swing at it, you can. I don't think it's going to be rocket science for you guys to solve, but if you guys are interested, I think I'll let one of you guys advanced guys drive, and I have a feeling you're going to knock it out in a few minutes, and we could be out of here by 1:10. All right. So you're in charge of DevOps for the whole company. Okay. The code pipeline, the developers push code in, and for some reason it's not showing up on the production site. They come to you screaming, saying, we need this code on the production site. What do you do? So Juan, if you would like to share your screen, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
I just released the build that, if I did my job right, will break in a matter of a few minutes or less.
If I go to the page, it will not.
No. This is different. The production site's up. Developers just pushed up code, and then they waited like 2 hours, and they're like, why isn't it on the production site?
So it's like an update that is not visible.
Yeah, and it will give you more hints. We are using AWS's CI/CD stuff, those tools. This will test your knowledge of that. I know in our previous endeavor, we did a bit of it.
Yeah.
This is good because I've never used code pipelines before.
Never like those pipelines. But never mind. For some reason, it's asking me to. Okay, here we are. So I guess there is up with the pipeline. So I mean, it says it failed. I guess that's a good thing, right?
Yep, that is, at least for me, it's good.
Okay, but
Are there any kind of logs on old build?
so there was a build that failed just now.
So it looks like we're missing configuration.
You're wondering if the code field file, the YAML is busy in the code. I mean, it could be one of the things also. I'm sure that file is should be generated in a previous step and it's failing here to download. Let's check it. Let's check some of the other services. If we can have a better overview of what's going on. It's the same.
I may have tested this earlier just to make sure I could break it correctly, just FYI.
Okay, but I mean, from the error message, it's expecting this to have been generated in a previous step. So I guess, I'm not very familiar with AWS pipelines, but I guess artifacts of previous pipeline should be in this folder, maybe.
Possibly. Are you looking for a hint? Jonathan, you got anything to throw at it?
I mean, my first thing is just did you delete a configuration file out of the repo?
I can tell you I did not.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about cold builds. So, I mean, we're missing a YAML file that is some kind of config, but
I can give you guys a hint as to what I would do. One, wouldn't you like to know what the source code looks like?
Yeah, could be a good thing. There is a YAML file that describes the pipe, maybe.
So if you go back to pipelines there where you were looking probably about a screen. Oh, there you go. Yep, that might get you there. Click on.
Yeah, I can get in permission.
All right. Well, I already put a link to it in the chat. So just open up the chat. The source code is in the chat. There you go. That's where it was going to take you anyway.
It's probably this file.
Mm-hmm.
The one. And it's there. Okay. Build the spec YAML source. Or even wondering if the is wrong because it's fine.
the permissions on the GitHub repo and or I can't say
I'll help you with that one. The GitHub repo is open to the entire world. Anybody on the planet can pull from this thing right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's failing to fetch the source. So let's see, maybe it's Sunday. Oh, but not sure where do we configure it.
You're ask me directly, and I'll guide you to it. One, you said what specifically are you asking about? Where it's configured?
I mean, on this step, it says it fails in the download source like step, I guess.
Okay, so you ready for another hint?
Yeah, could be.
So one, that the error is very subtle. It's a very small error. It's not like a blaring error. Two, you can define, if you edit the code build instance there, you can set a custom build spec path.
Okay. Build details, I guess.
So can we look at the repo again one more time?
So just Jonathan, in case you're having trouble seeing it, the path is www/buildspec.yml.
Yeah. So that's the issue, is that the code build is expecting it to be in the root, I believe, of the well, it might actually be expecting it to be in root/src, but something like that.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
So basically, the file is not where it is expected to be.
Yep. I use a custom build spec path because I sometimes put multiple things that need to get built in a single repo.
Sure.
So www/buildspec.yaml is where it should be. So I can walk you guys through the quick fix if you want. Look at that. You went straight to it though. You guys were right on it. Like that was such a subtle one, like versus like this glaring like DNS missing. So I go to build projects. I go in here, I hit edit. And what I did is I changed the build spec path from www/ to just the regular. I could have done this. That also would have blown up too. Like the only right answer would have been this. Actually, in hindsight, I should have been a real jerk and done that, but whatever. Update project. Let's go back. Give me a release change. Give it a second to pull the source from that GitHub repo. Still pulling. Probably taking a second to boot up and get it all. There we go. And you'll see in phases here. Okay, so there you go. UI takes a second to catch up sometimes. And what'll happen here is we're provisioning. So right now it's booting up a Docker image. And someday, soon, when it boots up, we should be good to go. So I did not put this in the network diagram, partially because I ran out of time, partially because it's an advanced one. All this is in the Terraform, though, that I sent out yesterday. So if you're at all curious in reviewing exactly what I'm using to spin this thing up, it is pretty much every bit of it's defined in Terraform. There's a couple of things that are like not super relevant to how this thing works that are slightly outside of that. But any thoughts?
So I really like the last scenario we had because recently I actually ran into something very similar in my same intention. I was building like a code pipeline to deploy a WordPress, let's say server or WordPress website, and like I had a similar issue where most of the paths to the artifacts were messed up between the build stage and the deploy stage. So, I had to walk my way to know what the problem was.
Okay. Well, good. Well, thank you. That's hopefully, this helps you. I know there's about a million different ways to break pretty much everything on AWS. So it's unlikely you're going to run into the exact same thing too many times, but hopefully gives you something to go off of.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. That was the third scenario from the February event. We're going to try and get in the rhythm of doing these. All right. I'm starting to put together the Cloud War Games League. So if you're at all interested in competing there, let me know. If you're a recruiter that would like access to these people that are awesome, or if you'd like to post a job to people that are doing this or solving the async challenges, let me know. If you're at a company and you want to bring your tech team to train on this, we can make that happen. Okay, they're welcome to come to the public events. I also run private events, but that is for a fee. So you can get a hold of me there at schematical.com if you're at all interested in doing that. Sign up for a consultation and we'll chat. But that's all for now. So without further ado, until next time we start some server fires, which is coming soon, which is Friday, the 14th of March, 1 p.m. Chicago time. That's the next event. Without further ado, I'm Matt with Schematical. Let's blow some servers up. Cheers.